All right, let's get into a topic today that's really tough, but also incredibly important. We're going to talk about the hidden price tag that comes with being in a relationship with a narcissist. We're going to break down some pretty stark warnings to really understand what that cost is. Okay, let's dive right in. So, this is the big question, isn't it? I mean, on the surface, who wouldn't want to just buy a little piece? To silence all the noise and the constant demands, it feels like a pretty simple trade-off. But here's the kicker. This isn't a one-time payment. No, it's more like a subscription service where the price just keeps going up and up. And this quote, wow, it just gets right to the heart of it. That initial reason for giving in is so understandable, right? You're exhausted. You just want the fighting to stop. You just want some quiet. So you give in a little here, a little there, thinking, okay, this will buy me some peace. But what's so chilling is that this isn't a purchase. It's really just the first down payment in a cycle that is absolutely designed to get worse. So, where does this all begin? This whole downward spiral? Well, it all starts with this one incredibly dangerous step, the cycle of enabling. This is that moment where your understandable desire for a little bit of peace accidentally becomes the very fuel for a much, much bigger fire. Now, what's fascinating here is the progression. Just look at how it starts. It begins with things that feel like small acts of grace, you know? You overlook their mistakes, you cover for them. But watch the pivot. Suddenly, your money isn't seen as help or gift. It's seen as something they have rightfully earned. And here is the absolute crucial point. Your attempts to buy peace, they are not seen as kindness. They are seen as weakness. And that just corrupts them even further. And as this cycle builds and builds, you start to realize that enabling was just the opening act. From here, things shift from that quiet manipulation into something way more aggressive, what our source calls nothing less than a total financial confiscation. And yeah, that's every bit as serious as it sounds. The language here is so specific, and it tells you everything you need to know. Just listen to those words. It doesn't say shared. It doesn't say borrowed. It says confiscated. It says seized as war spoils. Come on. That's not the language of a partnership. That is the language of a conquest. Your assets aren't yours anymore. They're just the prize at the end of a battle they've already won. And this right here perfectly illustrates the massive disconnect at the heart of this whole thing. See, you're operating under the assumption that your needs, your priorities, they still matter. But the source is brutally honest about this. It's not that your needs come second, it's that they don't even pay attention to them in the first place. In their mind, your well-being is a rounding error. It just doesn't exist. So what happens if you finally just give in? You hand it all over. Does the pressure finally stop? The answer is a hard no. Compliance doesn't buy you peace. It only buys you more suspicion. In this dynamic, they will always believe you're hiding more. And that relentless pressure to find it, it never, ever ends. It is, quite simply, a game you cannot win. And this is where we reach a really critical turning point. Because the price of this peace isn't just counted in dollars and cents. The source material warns us that the theft escalates. It moves from what's in your bank account to the very essence of who you are. Just look at this list. It starts with the tangible things we've been talking about, your money, your time, but then watch how it accelerates into the very core of who you are as a person. Your happiness, your inner peace, your thoughts, your joy. The source describes a kind of theft that is total, leaving absolutely nothing untouched. And when we talk about identity theft here, this is what we mean. This isn't about your social security number. This is the systematic dismantling of your self-image, your self-esteem, your self-respect. It's the slow theft of your ideas, your plans, your hopes, and your dreams, until the person you used to be feels like a complete stranger. Which leads us to the final, and maybe the most chilling warning of all. After your money, your peace, and even your identity have been taken, there is one last target left to be eliminated. That word choice is just so deliberate and so brutal. Assassinated, not sidelined, not forgotten, assassinated, an active, violent elimination. This, we're told, is the final price of the transaction, the absolute destruction of every single dream you had for your future. So, after walking us through this devastating progression, from just wanting a little piece to the total theft of your entire self, our source leaves us right on the edge of this question. It deliberately shifts our focus from the wreckage of what was lost to the foundation of what comes next, and it's a provocative and absolutely essential question. After all that theft, What parts of you are even left to be reclaimed? And where do you even begin that journey of recovery?